Hel Oops. Hello and welcome, everyone. We're back in Assassin's Creed today. Okay, looks like my desktop audio is working. My computer updated last night, so not 100. I wasn't 100% sure that everything was going to work the way it was supposed to. It seems to be working fine. So instead of doing what I normally do, I'm going to just sort of blast through.
Climb over buildings to break your pursuer's line of sight.
I'm going to do all of the what are they called? Do all the viewpoints, and then do all of the actual missions, and just go to do the assassination, and that'll basically be it. I'm not going to do a lot of the citizen in trouble kind of stuff, because there's just a lot of that, so. It's just a bunch of fluff. It doesn't do a whole lot. Most of the time I end up hiding in a rooftop garden anyway, so. The big reason I was doing it was for the extra health boost. The more of that stuff you complete, the more you see my health bar is bigger. I've got the 3 bars under the full health bar. That's what starts happening. Ooh. Oh, there's a guard up here.
I'm so hungry. Just a little money, I beg of you.
Guy might fall off the roof. Okay, nope, he didn't. That's always a fear. Any guards? Nope, nobody's over here. Sweet. This isn't gonna work. Nope, okay, it worked. I know in Assassin's Creed 2, they sort of give you some different climbing abilities, and if it doesn't happen then, I know 100% it happens in Revelations. You can't start going certain places till you get the hook blade. They're adding some more games to Game Pass that I've been wanting to play for a while. Some of those may make the cut, and I've decided when I'm done with Assassin's Creed, I think I'm gonna do Valheim as my next game. There's a lot to it. It's fun, and I can do some of the stuff off camera. Some of the boring stuff where I'm just cutting down trees for 3 hours, clearing a pathway to the next biome. You know. I swear.
Preparation is crucial to your success.
Can I just jump off the thing the right way? It's not hard. Look. Oh, okay. Come on. Go up, Altair. So I'm here. Hold that. Push forward. Because if I just hit jump, I just jump. So I have to hold forward, jump, and I've let go of all the controls. That's what I did last time.
Preparation is crucial to your success.
Thanks. You working properly is also crucial to my success. I'm trying to prepare and have things ready. If this kills me again, I'm just going to have to try to figure out how to climb down. This time I'm holding all the buttons. Yep. Yep.
When the Animus shows you are being watched by an informant,
I have to figure out how to climb down off this thing. Shift. That's it. It makes this way harder than it needs to be. I always forget there's music in this game. Oh! I pressed the wrong button and just fell. This is not going well.
Use counterattacks when faced with multiple enemies.
Come on, Nichols. Let's give it one more shot. Can you just climb up there? Climb, please. This is driving me crazy. The worst part is I can't even fast travel like you can in the later games. It works that time. Of course it does. Guards probably don't really want me coming in here. Oops. Sorry, kind sir.
What would cause him to my good keeper, we come to an end. Somebody tell me why he's doing anything anyone could possibly do.
Boy, they're real upset.
Exactly what you need. For today only, I've decided to reduce
Come on.
Leave this place.
I'm sorry. Look, I left. Watch out for those archers. I'll pick you out of the crowd pretty easy. And blast you in the face with an arrow. Up we go. Synchronize. There's only 4 left.
We are the true children of God.
Excuse me, guys.
Please, you're hurting me. Edith, Edith, you sir, you look like you need something. You'll find it.
He seems to be in a hurry.
I gotta get over here somehow. Quit shoving me. Only 30 meters away.
No one more generous than Abu Nukut. Every week he opens his doors to the people of Damas that they may lay down their burdens and know joy. Our days may be dark, but thanks to him, our evenings are now filled with light. Praise be Abu Nukut, who saved our city from certain destruction. He spent his own coin to see us fed and clothed. His men tended to the fire that we might be warm. His kindness knows no bounds. Everything we now have.
Okay. What is that one? Informer a merchant to stand a destruction challenge. That sounds very specific. There we go. I swear, sometimes this game acts real strange. Part of that's because it's the computer version. Up we go. I never had nearly this many problems with jumping into haystacks on the console. Another Informer challenge. Safe Citizen. There we go.
More generous than Abu Nukuk. Every week he opens his doors to the people of Damas, that they may lay down their burdens and know joy. Our days may be dark, but thanks to him, our evenings are now filled with light.
There we go.
Come no further.
Who saved our city from
Which archer was it? Was it that guy down there? Sometimes it's hard to tell who's telling you to stop doing stuff. I don't seem to have as many problems with the actual, like, hay bales, like the big hay piles, than I do the carts. Give me way more trouble. Oof.
The Christian king and his what else? They go against the will of God and must be made to pay.
I'll deal with this guy before I go trying to climb that viewpoint.
Away with you.
Away with you first, good sir.
For what? Ignorance? Violence? Madness? We must resist. We must fight them in any way we can.
Ow.
The fires of war consume the land, and thousands of lives are lost
Excuse me?
in its defense. It seems a tragedy, but I say this is an honor to die in service to God, fighting for what we believe in. There is no greater glory than this.
Here's what I want. This guy right here. Alright, there's a bunch of stuff to do that's not the regular crap, the Save Citizen stuff. Viewpoints. There's one there. Oops. Hand was in the wrong place. Accidentally did eagle vision instead of jumping. What's up, guys?
Your presence annoys me.
Don't worry. You won't let me pass there. I'll just pass here.
You are not allowed to be here. Leave.
Don't worry. Was it that guy? Were they telling me that guy was looking at me? Oh, this is even where I need to be. Totally separate.
You are not supposed to be here.
Don't worry. I'm leaving.
Please don't leave. Just a few coins, please.
Uh-oh.
Please, can't you spare
Ow.
me?
You do not want to do that
I'm poor
again.
and sick and hungry. I beg you.
I've never seen
I
someone
beg
do
you,
that.
He's going to cause trouble.
I'm inside this place. I don't want to be here. Pardon me. Excuse me.
The right place. There's no better
What is he doing?
Trying to get up to that viewpoint, guys. Chill out. Stop asking what I was doing. There we go. There's that last tower. Come on. Oh, no, no, no. Oof. I bumped shift because I was trying to climb faster, forgetting it's the let go button. For whatever reason. But it is. Come on. Come on. Walk around the corner. Thank you. Climb on up. Climbing on up. There we go. This is gonna end up killing me real good. Informer assassination challenge. Let's go do that one first.
What is that he's running from?
Excuse me, pardon me.
Something caught your eye?
Sorry.
That wasn't even for sale.
I don't understand what he's trying to accomplish.
Like what you see? Tired of never finding anything useful at the other merchant stalls? That won't happen here.
Oh, that's a Templar, that's why. He just knew right away. Look at him climbing up here. Oh, he jumped down. I was hoping he would slowly... Where is he? He's over here by this treasure chest. Oh well. That's not important right now.
No, you don't understand. I have nothing.
He lost his mind.
Tired of never finding anything useful at the other merchant stalls? If there's anything I can help you with, anything at all, do not... You, sir, you look like you need something. You'll find it here. You'll find everything here, my friend. There's nothing I do not have.
I can go in the right place. Pardon me, scholars. Here you are.
Altair, my friend, my brother. It's been such a long time. Any news of Ada since she left? No. How sad. I'm sure you'll find her someday. I've heard a feather is lying on top of Abul Nukud's head. Maybe I could help you, but I have a mission myself. I have 4 targets I must eliminate before noon. Let's cooperate, just like old times. 2 for you, 2 for me. They are Abul Nukud's personal guards. You will spot them in minutes.
Please, sir, have any
Fight
money?
them in any way we can.
They're not too terribly far.
Be wary, friend. The shaitan is everywhere. Watching, waiting. He tempts us.
Oh, they're inside again. Crap. Okay, good. At least don't do that, Altair. Climb! I'm gonna fail this challenge. Where are you, other target? Sorry.
No, you don't understand. I have nothing.
There's the scholars. Excuse me, pardon me. Gotta get back to the informer. There you are.
Wasn't that great? Just like in Alep, you remember? Here's something I found on one of the Merchant King's men. I think it's a map of where he has stationed his guards. I'm sure it will come in handy in your mission. Anytime you're in Damask, come see me. You know my door is always open to you. Safety and peace, my friend.
Scholars eavesdropping.
Just a few coins, please.
Only problem I have with these areas
No, you don't understand.
is these
I
big
have
covered
nothing.
markets. And there's only almost always just the front back entrance. That grasp ability is real nice. I missed that a lot. Still no guards, that's good. There's an archer.
Leave this place.
I'm leaving.
Away with
Don't worry.
Everywhere they ride, they leave only suffering in their wake. They say it is a crusade. A crusade for what? Ignorance? Violence? Madness? We must resist.
The last of it has been
We
delivered.
must fight
Good.
them in any
Make
way.
sure he also knows it wasn't easy arranging a shipment like this.
It's only wine. Some can be fickle in their faith.
Your holy book says something on the subject, I believe. Leave them that they may eat and enjoy themselves, and that hope may beguile them, for they will soon know. And never did we destroy a town that had a term made known.
What's that supposed to mean?
Never mind it. Be about your business.
As you wish.
Merchant King is preparing for a feast. Merchant stand destruction.
Just a little money, I beg of you.
He's going to run into someone.
Excuse me, ladies.
Please, someone, do
He better not cause any trouble.
Let me go.
Come, have a
Where
look.
is he going?
You won't be disappointed. Where?
What is that man thinking?
So the ones you need to watch out for are the
What is that fool doing?
safe citizen. You see a guy that looks like a scholar, because then he'll be sticking scholars somewhere where you can get in and out easy. Oh, you're down here.
Hold a moment, Altair. I have a strange request, but perhaps you'll see fit to assist me. I know you seek the Merchant King's life, but there are others in this city just as cruel. Several shopkeepers in this district have taken to selling rotten meat. It's cheap for them to acquire, and they care little for the illness that it causes. Several children have already died as a result. We should not allow this injustice to continue. Would you be willing to put a stop to this?
That wasn't even for sale. What's wrong with that? Was mine. You'll pay for that.
Throw someone into a kiosk to break it.
Watch what you're doing. I wonder if he's hurt. Death to the infidels!
I didn't even mean to do that. This is not going well. Quickly.
Get away from me!
I have a grab break attack.
How can one تريد أن تموت؟ فليكن ذلك. This won't be too late. You wish to die? How can one expect to defeat me? You can't escape.
Okay, I've got to break line of sight and return to the informer.
What have I done wrong?
Out of the way!
I don't have a whole lot of time.
Get him! Get him! I will catch you!
Quickly.
You do well to hide.
You were so close. Quickly, I got 45 seconds. Let's go!
Thank you. You've saved untold lives.
It took me a
In
second to
return
figure out
for
how to
your
grab
kindness,
because it's been a minute.
I'll give you a bit of information you might find useful.
A bit of information I might find useful.
I overheard two of the Merchant King's servants this morning. It seems they've left some scaffolding just outside his personal quarters. You could use it to reach him that much quicker.
Why is he running around? He's going to run into someone. Come, people.
Alright, we'll head up here.
No, you don't understand. I have nothing.
You need some. Hey! Into the infidels! Here! You will not get away from me! They're here!
Oh. I was like, maybe I can get up there just fast enough. Nope. Ow.
Don't get away from me!
There's a lot of dudes chasing me.
المحتمل أنه سوف يعود. المحتمل أنه هرب إلى جزء أرحب هنا. He's gone.
Safety and peace. You want information about the city, I suppose? Right now, I don't have time. I must find some flags which have been stolen from our cache in the rich district of Damask. But with this heat, my legs cannot carry me anymore. Would you be kind enough to help me? Return with the flags, and I'll help you as best I can.
I'm much too busy to help you because I'm very tired. There they are. Alright. Got the trail. Can you get the flag? Thank you.
Leave, peasant, before I make you.
Where is he going?
Neden böyle koşuyor? Thank you. The Rafik will be happy to see these flags returned. Perhaps this morsel of information will help you. I was invited by Abul to one of his lavish parties. I noticed the fountain in the middle of the Merchant King's palace could be easily climbed. Use this information wisely. Now, if you'd excuse me, I must go.
You can climb a fountain.
Every week he opens his doors to the people of Damas, that they may lay down their burdens and know joy. Our days may be dark, but thanks to him, our evenings are now filled with light. The Merchant King provides for one and all.
I was hoping because I got here late, he'd finish his chit-chat.
Serve as an example to us all. Everyone should strive to be as he.
Leave here immediately! I'll teach you to pick a fight!
I'll talk. I've no interest in dying for him.
Ooh,
His
got a bunch of
coins are worth my
guards.
life.
A wise decision.
What is it you want?
I have business with the Merchant King.
Huh? Good luck with that. He rarely leaves his chambers.
Why? Is he afraid?
Not fear. Hate. He hates himself as much as he hates the people he pretends to serve. Locks himself away in his personal quarters out of shame.
He can't stay hidden forever.
No. Those celebrations of his. He comes out to speak, to look down upon the people. A sense of belonging, I suppose. However brief.
What's wrong with him that he would hide like this?
You'll see. Now let me go.
Let you go? So you can tell him of my plan?
I won't say a thing.
No, you won't.
That's everything, so I'm gonna go back to the bureau.
Your life is in our He won't get away!
I didn't get the flag. Oh! It's close. Thank you. Darn, he's gone.
Die, thief! He's going to hurt someone. Whom the land, and thousands of lives are lost in its defense. It seems a tragedy. He has found the strength to stand in defense of our great civilization.
So we're going to go back to the Bureau, talk to the Rafik, and he's going to give us leave to go deal with our target.
Someone should stop him before he hurts himself.
Altair, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Whose life do you come to collect today?
His name is Abu Nakud.
Oh, the merchant king of Damas. Richest man in the city. Quite exciting, quite dangerous. I envy you, Altair. Well, not the bit where you were beaten and stripped of your rank, but I envy everything else. Oh, except for the terrible things the other assassins say about you. But yes, aside from the failure and the hatred, yes, aside from those things, I envy you very much.
If you're finished, I've gathered the information required to begin my task.
You work quickly. Tell me what you've learned.
Abu Nakud is corrupt to the core and despised by his own citizens as a result. It appears he's been stealing money meant for the people of Damas and spending it on himself. Even as we speak, he flaunts his greed, preparing for a lavish party. His guards and servants should have their hands full dealing with the guests. They won't even know I'm there.
Most impressive, my friend. The others said you'd make a mess of things, but not I. No, I was sure you'd come through, and come through you have.
Well, I haven't killed him yet.
To do it as you please until you're ready to begin.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Alright, off to go deal with the Merchant King. I like that as you go through you can see more and more of the plans sort of unfolding around you. So far we've found a who were the first couple? We had the we had a slave trader. We had a guy who was selling people to the slave trader from a totally different city, so as not to raise suspicion. We had a guy who was running. A guy who was running the hospital in the area, which is where we get the word hospital because of hospitaliers.
There is no greater glory
There goes a Templar. Guess he was mad at me. Where's the scaffolding?
Welcome, welcome. Thank you all for joining me this evening. Please eat, drink, enjoy all the pleasures I have to offer. Take your time. I will wait. I trust everything is to your satisfaction. Good, good. It pleases me to see you all so happy. For these are dark days, my friends, and we must enjoy this bounty while we still can. War threatens to consume us all. Salah ad-Din bravely fights for what he believes in, and you are always there to support him without question. It is your generosity that allows his campaign to continue. So, I propose a toast then, to you, my dear friends, who have brought us to where we are today. May you be given everything you deserve for it. Such kindness! I didn't think it in you. You, who have been so quick to judge me, and so cruel. Oh, do not feign ignorance. You take me for a fool. That I have not heard the words you whisper behind my back. Well, I have, and I fear I can never forget. But this is not why I called you here tonight. No. I wish to speak more of this war, and your part in it. You give up your coin quick as can be, knowing all too well it buys the deaths of thousands. You don't even know why we fight. The sanctity of the Holy Land, you'll say, or the evil inclination of our enemies. But these are lies you tell yourselves. No, all this suffering is born of fear and hate. It bothers you that they are different, just as it bothers you that I am different. Compassion, mercy, tolerance. These words mean nothing to any of you, mean nothing to those infidel invaders who ravage our land in search of gold and glory. And so I say, enough! I've pledged myself to another cause, one that will bring about a new world, in which all people might live side by side in peace. A pity none of you will live to see it.
Always good.
Kill anyone who tries to escape.
Ow. Come on. Got him. The target's over here somewhere. It's too close. I really want to get him. Nope, they spotted me. Got him. Oops. Wasn't very elegant.
Be at peace now. Their words can no longer do harm.
Why have you done this?
You stole money from those you claim to lead, sent it away for some unknown purpose. I want to know where it's gone and why.
Look at me. My very nature is an affront to the people I ruled. And these noble robes did little more than to muffle their shouts of hate.
So this is about vengeance, then?
No, not vengeance, but my conscience. How could I finance a war in service to the same god that calls me an abomination?
If you do not serve Salah ad-Din's cause, then whose?
In time, you'll come to know them. I think perhaps you already do.
Then why hide? And why these dark deeds?
Is it so different from your own work? You take the lives of men and women, strong in the conviction that their deaths will improve the lots of those left behind. A minor evil for a greater good? We are the same.
No, we are nothing alike.
Ah, but I see it in your eyes. You doubt. You cannot stop us. We will have our new world.
Alright, now I gotta get out of here. Time to make like a tree and leaf. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get out of here. A lot of archers.
Stop him!
I know I just now did a counterattack, but I'm playing Valheim, and the way you do a counterattack there is you do a parry, so you have to block at the right moment. I'm going the wrong way. What's up, guys? Ow. That hurt. These people running.
He's not here. He just let's look somewhere else. Can't find him anywhere.
Gotta get up and away from these guys. Didn't work, he spotted me. Okay. It's easier to hide on the rooftops. Uh-oh. Just keep running. Just keep running, Altair. Keep going. Bureau's over here. What was that? Excuse me? Can you please jump? There we go. I gotta wait a second because I can't see. Unstable.
Word has reached me of your success, Altair.
Abu Nakud's reign of terror is at an end.
I'm glad to hear it.
He killed them. The men and women at his party. It was poison. A coward's tool. Blamed them for the war. Said he wished to end it.
Strange, but then again, the Merchant King was known to be a bit different. Perhaps this was simply a symptom of his madness.
Perhaps.
You sound unconvinced. Speak with Al-Mualim then. He may offer a better explanation.
Yes. We'll see what he has to say.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one. Use free running to escape from a fight when exposed. Sprint to lose your enemies, and jump through merchant stands to avoid the crowd.
I've never found the merchant stands particularly useful. Not in one, at least.
Come, Altair. Speak with me a moment.
Oh, you're over there.
As you wish.
Word has reached me of your success. You've my gratitude and that of the realm. Freeing these cities from their corrupt leaders will no doubt promote the cause of peace.
Can you really be so sure?
The means by which men rule are reflected in their people. As you cleanse the cities of corruption, you heal the hearts and minds of those who live within.
Our enemies would disagree.
What do you mean?
Each man I've slain has confessed strange words to me. They are without regret. Even in death they seem confident of their success. Though they do not admit it directly, there is a tie that binds them. I'm sure of it.
There is a difference, Altair, between what we are told to be true and what we see to be true. Most men do not bother to make the distinction. It is simpler that way. But as an assassin, it is your nature to notice, to question.
Then what is it that connects these men?
But as an assassin, it is also your duty to still these thoughts and trust in your master. For there can be no true peace without order, and order requires authority.
You speak in circles, Master. You commend me for being aware, then ask me not to be. Which is it?
The question will be answered when you no longer need to ask it.
I assume you called me here for more than just a lecture.
Very well. A rank and weapon are again restored to you. 2 more leaders remain. Go and see to it that their rule is ended.
No problem. Can I dodge now? Regain balance and dodge. Sword expertise. Ooh, extra damage. Nice.
Someone tell me why he's doing that.
Altair, it seems my students do not fully understand what it is to wield a blade. Perhaps you could show them what you know.
There's a Masyaf flag back there. I mean, a collectible one, not this one of the 600 that's there.
Perfect. The work of a master.
Dodge is good for... because you can't really block power attacks. You gotta dodge them.
That, my students, is how we all should fight. You must be busy. I understand. It takes time to draw another blade.
I am in fact much busy.
Is also your last.
Let's go. Let's go back to Acre. Go back to the Bureau.
You can create diversions with dead bodies. Soldiers will leave their posts to investigate them, allowing you to enter the area they were guarding.
Yeah, you gotta wait for a soldier to walk by and do a little stealth stab and walk off, and then they'll go, "Who did this?" and come over and investigate. Hey, Floof. Thanks, buddy. Ooh.
Heathen! You'll die for that!
Looks like you died for that. Shouted heathen at me before he tried to stab me. Oh, there's a Templar. Oh, crap. Templars are always tough. A lot happening below me. Now I can dodge, though. I don't have to worry about it as much. I can get in fights with them a bit easier. Or if I end up in a fight with them like that one, it's like, oh no, he sees me. It's already too late. I know I can't access the memory this time. I'm trying to synchronize this viewpoint. If I can knock 2 out this stream, that would be excellent. Alright, let's see. What's up, bench guys?
He's gonna hurt himself, and when he does, I won't help him.
And when he does, I won't help him. I swear. God. That almost killed me.
Stop acting like a child.
Don't mind me, Archer. Just hang out. And the Eagle Vision is not very useful at all in Assassin's Creed 1. But in the later ones, it becomes like a whole thing. Very important. I think one of these viewpoints is in that castle. Excuse you.
Please, sir, have any money? The family's sick and dying. Why would anyone want to do that? A few coins.
Leave, peasant.
Guy has to be behind me.
You have no business here.
You're right,
Leave.
I'm sorry.
Heathen! You can't get away from me! I'll have your hands for that! Die, thief!
Don't throw a rock at me. Nope. Up!
You think you can outdo me? You're a dead man!
Don't mind me. It's a whole thing.
Get him! Get him!
Threw that guy off the roof.
What happened here?
Why are you so cruel? What did I do wrong?
Why is he
Next
teach
point.
you not to steal?
Let
In
go of
for
me! I've done nothing wrong! I beg of you, sir. I beg of you. Just a few coins, please.
I wonder what he's up to.
Please, sir, have any money?
Just gonna climb the old gate here.
You're not supposed to be here. Leave. Die, heathen!
Easy enough. There's all the guards telling me where I can and can't be. Informer merchant stand destruction challenge again. It's just a mouthful. Oh, don't die. We're good.
A few coins, all I ask for.
Nope.
With a few coins.
Nope. Come on. Go. There we go.
A few coins, all I ask for. With a few coins.
Bless you, Quarters. That's weird.
Use the scholars you have rescued to pass
Alright, that's good enough. Next viewpoint. It's really easy to tell when they're Templars when you're in a place that's controlled by the Islamic forces.
In for Bedlam.
much more difficult to spot them here. Zero of 6 investigations. Goodness.
Dein Gott wehrt sich darum, was ist hier passiert? Eh? Heathen, Bewegung!
Excuse me, pardon me. Just gonna do what most people don't do and full tilt sprint through the city. You know what? This one's closer. Sorry, Mr. Thug.
What the hell is he doing? He should stop acting like a child.
Cool. Archer stealth murder challenge. Okay.
Now stand against them, defending us from them. Be strong, stand firm. Do not give up. Without our support, Richard and his men cannot hope to free the Holy Land. Does he really have a
Come on, go. Thank you.
But the other tries to embrace.
He's going to hurt
What
himself.
good could come of this when a king cannot decide what he truly wants? William knows. If you would only listen. We have to soft with our enemies. With one hand we engage them, but the other tries to embrace. What good could come of this when a king cannot decide what he truly wants?
Can I climb these? Yeah, I can.
If you would only listen. I want to be able to show for it. Graves of widows and orphan sons. King Richard promises a better morrow, unspoiled land and new beginnings, but he's delivered only death. I want to be able to show for it. Graves and widows and orphan sons.
Come on, Altair. Cross around it. There we go. I see climbables here, so that's good. An archer hanging out. Don't worry, there's nobody here. Did I see something? Nope. Probably just the wind. Ooh. That could have ended poorly. Me falling way off the top of this thing. Alright, come on. It's one of the highest points to scale. I remember the first time I played this. Oof. Why did I stop climbing? I just suddenly was walking. first time I climbed that. I was like, this dwarfs everything else. I'm not gonna make it in this cart. That's incredible. There's the other viewpoint. I want to go do that pickpocket before I do that viewpoint, but like, where is this other viewpoint?
We are too soft with our enemy. What the hell is he doing?
Jumping.
Oh, hungry. Just a little money, I beg of you.
Ow.
This place is restricted. Be gone! He up!
It wasn't me. I didn't basically throw that man off the roof. I just may have cut him up a little bit first. And I'll work my way backwards from doing these.
Who could have done such a thing?
Haltet eure Augen offen! Wird bestimmt wiederkommen! Damn! Where is the heathen responsible for this?
These are dark days indeed.
Boy, wonders!
Qu'est-ce que tu veux?
They let you come and go as you please. I thought the fortress was closed to all.
Aye, but William wishes to have repairs completed as soon as possible. It's been to our advantage.
The perfect cover. It's clever.
Anyway, I've finished my report and should deliver it.
For once, it seems things might go our way, and not by accident.
Well, the Bible does say God helps those who help themselves.
Nah, it doesn't, actually. That's from one of Aesop's fables. The Bible says quite the opposite, in fact. Many passages of being patient and faithful and waiting for the Lord to decide if he wishes to assist.
Well, I say we've waited long enough.
You'll hear no argument from me.
Very well. I'm off then.
Don't mind me, I'm just up. I knew that wasn't gonna work. I like the roadblock they set up. Alright, so my last viewpoint's back there, and I'm gonna start working my way back through to get back to the Bureau. And then I'll go straight from there to my next target, and then that'll be the stream, probably. If it's not, then I'll start working on my third target. Oh, there's a lot of people mad at me because I bumped that guy. Excuse me, pardon me. I can't believe that actually worked.
On ne trouvera pas ici.
I'm watching it on the replay over here.
All we need do is ask. And so I say to you, repent. Lay down before him and confess.
Thank you, scholars. Appreciate it. There's the big fortress.
When is he gonna stop this nonsense?
Just
All right, come on. Excuse me.
What the hell is he doing? When is he gonna stop this nonsense? Why would anyone want to do that?
There's a couple ways to do it, but I don't think there's any scholars that roam through there, even after you save citizens.
Now, why is he doing that?
Oops. Trying to grab the edge of the wall there. Fell.
You have been exposed. Killing some of your pursuers will make it easier to escape.
Like they don't care at all until I walk past the guards. Like even the guards inside are like, bah, he's already in here, he's fine. Okay, good. I am going roughly the correct direction.
But the other tries to embrace. What good could come of this when a king cannot decide what he truly wants? Fear and doubt are the weapons of our enemies. Do not listen to their lies. Poisonous words meant to sow the seeds of confusion. Stay strong, citizens. Remain fixed in your beliefs. Though the road is long and your trials many, know that God watches over you. It is His hand that guides
there's
our
no way.
warriors to victory. First in Acre, soon in Jaffa.
There's no way from back here. Forgotten structure could lead away into the fortress, but I mean, I don't even think I'm going to the fortress right now.
Do you think he's being chased by someone?
I was earlier. There we go. Didn't look like it would let me grab it.
himself. I'm not helping. What's he
Let's try again.
Someone tell me why he's doing that.
Unfortunately, the grab ledge and let go of ledge are the same button.
It's forbidden for you to be here.
Take out some archers. Got him.
Leave, peasant. Leave, peasant.
I'm leaving.
This place is restricted. Be gone. I will make you bleed! You think you can lose me? I'm catching up to you!
That was easy enough. You think you can lose me? Just murdered him. Can you climb that, Altair? There we go. Come on, keep going. Last viewpoint in the area.
Come no further. You'll leave this place. You really have to leave before you get hurt. Please don't do that again. Where's he going?
We are all good. There you are, Informer.
Back again, Altair. Always in need of a hand to do your dirty work. This time, Al-Mualim did not order anything. It is just for my own pleasure that I ask you to find some Masyaf flags I've hidden in Richard's district. Since I am a loyal assassin unlike others, I will tell you what people are saying in Akka. It is important information. But this time, try to come back to me faster than the first time.
Where's the first flag? There it is.
I need money, sir. I'm poor and sick and hungry.
You have no business here. Leave.
I had some business here. Oh, come on.
Oh my.
Climb. Come on, Altair. I give you way too much time, but that's not a problem. Not a criticism. Just an observation.
Your hard work is changing my opinion of you. Here is what I know about William of Montferrat. He and Richard had a disagreement before the king left for Jaffa. Since then, William stays in his citadel, surrounded by his army. Do you have what it takes to attack him in this protected environment?
Yes.
We'll see, but I am still doubtful.
I'll just counterattack until there's no one left to counterattack.
And so he punishes us.
Safety and peace, brother. Although it seems I'll be receiving neither. Serves me right, I suppose. Got a bit careless, and now William sent his bowmen after me. I deal with them myself, but to be honest, I lack the skill. Would you be willing to seek them out and kill them? I might have something useful for you, were you to accept. But be careful not to let them see you.
He will forgive, such is his nature. And beg forgiveness we must, for only when our hearts and minds are cleansed can victory be assured. Be not afraid. Fear and doubt are the weapons of our enemy. Do not listen to their lies. Poisonous words meant to sow the seeds of you find yourself tempted. Go and pray.
Beagle. I don't know if that's coming through on the mic, but the dog is snoring like a train. Can you climb down, please? Thank you. There he is. Oof. We're good. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna do this then.
You nearly killed me.
Dude jumped 4 feet back when I was 6 feet from him. You nearly killed me!
And pushed them from the countryside.
Thank you.
Now they
I can once more move freely through the city. In exchange for your aid, take this map I prepared. It shows where William has stationed his other archers. Most useful should you find yourself inside his fortress.
Graced by God, it is only a matter of time, friend.
Poor and sick and hungry.
Alright. Let's keep on going. Investigation complete.
No, please, don't leave like this. Just a few coins, please.
Because the other stuff is just hunting for flags and saving the same, like, 4 citizens 14 times over. I'm just blasting through the viewpoints, doing all the investigations and then doing the assassinations.
We must rely on men who are stronger in their convictions. Men like William of Montferrat.
I guess Tunic is doing something weird. I needed to refill my throwing knives.
Make your leave.
And our past misdeeds may be forgotten. All we need do is ask. So I say to you, repent. Lay down before him and confess your sins.
You're hurting me.
He will forgive.
What have I done wrong?
Take yourself from here before I call the car. For only when our
Don't worry.
and minds are honored can
Stop it,
victory
please.
be
You're hurting me.
A plague upon Saladin, a plague upon his people. We came indeed to the Holy Land to spread the message of our Lord, but they turned away. They refused to accept him as their savior. These men hold you to the bullshit now.
Come on, dude.
Blessed Richard, King and Savior, now stand against them, defending us from their wicked ways.
I guess this is about as secluded as it's gonna get. Unless he turns down this alley. Well, no. That's not very secluded at all.
You did not fight, you won.
Stop! Enough! Enough! What is it you want? Gold? I've a few pieces on me. Take them. Take them and go.
It's not gold I seek, but information.
I know nothing.
You know William. Tell me how to reach him.
It's impossible. He meets with the king.
And when will the king be gone?
Today. But it won't help you. They're sure to argue, and then William will retire to lecture the soldiers. So it always goes. Richard berates William. William berates his men. He won't see you.
I already told you. I need to see William. I never said he needs to see me.
Then our business is done.
Not yet, I'm afraid. There's one last thing I need from you.
What is it?
Your life.
Like I'm trying to be stealthy. And I always stab these people I interrogate and just stand around while they bleed to death. Alright, where's the other guy? Ooh, pardon me. Didn't see you carrying that big crate. Rex.
Did you see that?
That dog.
Look, what's he doing?
When is he going to stop this nonsense?
Let me ear for a moment, Altair. William of Montferrat has replaced many of the district's honest merchants with men loyal to his cause. He seeks to weaken faith in King Richard by overcharging honest citizens for poorly crafted goods. These corrupt merchants must be removed. Find their stands and destroy them.
No problem. Now that I remember how to grab.
Is he running from someone? Damn fool. What's he
Please,
running
sir,
from?
have any money? I beg of you, sir. I beg of you. Just a few coins, please.
You need something?
I need money.
You can't get away from me. Or reject that.
Don't let him get away!
Heathen! This is where you die!
Ow. There's a roadblock waiting for me. Ow. Ow. Can you climb, please? Thank you.
Oder ich werde euch über den Haufen rennen! That's fine. Deactivate. You're done for. Just give up. He won't get away that easily. You think you can lose me? Anyone see where he went?
Come on. I don't have time for this.
I will make you flee. Move!
There we go. I'm good now.
Down with you! I won't forget this.
Let go. Let go. And go talk to the
Thank
man.
you for the help, Altair.
Gracious.
Maybe a small thing you've done today, but it's important nonetheless. This bit of
Okay, hold on.
paper will prove useful when you finally face William.
This will hit someone running at that speed.
Alright, we'll climb up here.
I'll have your hands for that.
I got this final investigation here. Oops.
Oh God, don't kill me! Oh, it's you, Altair. You scared me. Richard's men are after me. 2 of them, to be exact. I was trying to strike a deal with them, but I realized that they were toying with me, so I ran away. You shall be the Angel of Death and collect their heads before they collect mine. When it is done, I shall tell you of the deal.
Let's go for the shove.
He's going to hurt some.
Ow. There goes one. Ow. Quit shoving. And the guy's over here.
Where's he going? Such a strange man.
What a relief it is to know that I am safe. Thank you, Master. I tried to make a deal with the Citadel guards to leave the gates open, even when the alarm sounds. I failed you. So now, your only escape from Richard's Citadel will be to climb the fortress walls. Forgive me.
Not a problem. Alright, now to return to the Bureau. And begin our assassination.
What's that someone running from?
Rafik. Word has spread of your deeds, Altair. It seems you are sincere in your desire to redeem yourself.
I do what I can.
And sometimes you do it well. I assume it is work that reunites us?
Yes, William of Montferrat is my target. I've done as asked and armed myself with knowledge. I know what I must do to reach him.
Speak, and I will judge.
William's host is large and many men call him master. But he's not without enemies. He and King Richard do not see eye to eye.
It's true, they've never been close.
This works to my advantage. Richard's visit has upset him. Once the king has left, William will retreat into his fortress to brood. He'll be distracted. That's when I will strike.
You're sure of this?
As sure as I can be. And if things change, I'll adapt.
Then I give you leave to go. End the life of Montferrat, that we may call this city free.
I'll return when the deed's been done.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Alright, let's go take him on.
You're not supposed to be here. Leave.
I need food. I'm so hungry. Just a little money, I beg of you. Won't anyone help me?
You dirty thief! I'll have your hands for that! Thief! This'll teach you not to steal.
Oh, you just keep on keeping on, guys. Don't care enough right now to stop it. Can you... What are you doing? Are you broken? Did you forget how to climb? What was that?
What's that fool?
There we go.
You've no reason to be here. Leave now.
Nope. I don't know how I managed to do that, either of those things.
Are you blind?
Took that guy about 40 seconds to react. Here we go.
Souls, William. I was told they would be held as prisoners and used to barter for the release of our men.
The Saracens would not have honored that end of the bargain. You know this to be true. I did you a favor.
Oh, yes. A great favor indeed. Now our enemies will be that much stronger in their convictions. Fight that much harder.
I know our enemy well. They will not be emboldened, but filled with fear.
Tell me, how is it you know the intentions of our enemies so well? You who forsake the field of battle to play politics.
I did what was right, what was just.
You swore an oath to uphold the work of God, William. But that is not what I see here. No. I see a man who's trampled it.
Your words are most unkind, my liege. I would hope I might have earned your trust by now.
You are Aacha's regent, William, set to rule in my stead. How much more trust is required? Perhaps you'd like my crown.
You missed the point! But this is nothing new.
Much as I'd like to waste my day trading words with you, I've a war to fight. We'll have to continue this another time.
Do not let me delay you then, Your Grace. I fear there will be no place for men like him in the New World. Send word that I wish to speak with the troops. We must ensure that everyone is doing their part. Warn them that any negligence will be severely punished. I'm in no mood to be trifled with today.
Yes, my lord.
The rest of you, follow me.
Alright, no getting into the fortress that way. So I have to get up there this way. Good thing I did this already earlier. just have to be careful not to alert too many archers. Suddenly a face appears in the in the bow slit next to you.
It's forbidden for you to be here.
Quick, climb up.
You're not supposed to be here.
So nobody should have spotted me.
You have no business here. Leave.
That wasn't very stealth. That was, though.
You'll die for that. Who did this? Die here!
I come from speaking with the king.
Someone send for help!
We stand to choose the brave. He does not recognize the value of our contributions to the cause.
For shame!
He knows nothing. Peace! Peace! Hold your tongue. Aye, he speaks falsely, but his words are not without some merit. To his grounds, it is easy to find fault, to see imperfection.
Don't fall.
I fear we have grown slack and lazy.
Never!
We are committed!
Why do you say this?
I see the way you train. You lack conviction and focus. You gossip and gamble. Tasks set to you are left unfulfilled or poorly performed. This ends today. I will not suffer further degradation at his hands. For whether or not you see it, and you should, this is your fault. You've brought shame upon us all. Skill and dedication are what won us up, and they will be required to keep it. I have been too lenient, it seems. But no more. You will train harder and more often. If this means missing meat, missing sleep, so be it. And should you fail in these tasks, you will learn the true meaning of discipline. Bring them forward. If I must make examples of some of you to ensure obedience, so be it. The two of you stand accused of whoring and drinking while on duty. What say you to these charges?
My lord, please. We meant no harm by it.
We forgot ourselves. It will not happen again.
No, it won't. Disregard for duty is infectious. It shall be rooted out and destroyed. In this way, we may prevent its spread. Am I understood?
Yes, my lord. Of course. By your command.
Good, good. Return to your posts filled with a new sense of purpose. Stay strong, stay focused, and we will triumph. Falter, however, and you will join these men. Be sure of it. Dismissed!
the gate!
He's trying to escape as the archers.
Missed the grab break.
Seal the fortress. Do not let the assassin leave here alive.
Come on. There's way too many of you for me to come after you one at a time. Hit the dodge button. Didn't work. I keep hitting dodge, and I keep not dodging. Like, okay, that's how I dodged. Got him.
Rest now. Your schemes are at an end.
That's rough.
What do you know of my work?
I know that you are going to murder Richard and claim Acre for your son Conrad.
For Conrad, my son is an arse, unfit to lead his host, let alone a kingdom. And Richard, the Oncino is no better, blinded as he is by faith in the insubstantial. Acre does not belong to either of them.
Then who?
The city belongs to its people.
How can you claim to speak for the citizens? You stole their food, disciplined them without mercy, forced them into service under you.
Everything I did to prepare them for the new world. Stole their food? No. I took possession so that when the lean times came, it might be rationed properly. Look around. My district is without crime, save those committed by you and your ilk. And as for the conscription, they were not being trained to fight. They were being taught the merits of order and discipline. These things are hardly even.
No matter how noble you believe your intentions, these acts are cruel and cannot continue.
We'll see how sweet they are, the fruits of your labors. You do not free the cities as you believe, but rather damn them. And in the end, you'll have only yourself to blame. You who speak of good intentions.
Je vais t'étriper! I'll never get away! Come back here!
Alright, let's just keep rolling. Oh no!
Use the scholars you have rescued to pass unnoticed.
Can you climb faster than that, please? Thank you. I just have to get to the bureau.
I will make you bleed! Find him! I see him! He's over there! Hunt you down! Hey,
Never mind then. Just keep going.
after him! Faster!
Didn't go as planned. Much safer on the rooftops. Go. Flag. Less than 100 meters from the Bureau. Didn't even go to full alert. It's just like, there's an assassin. There's the Bureau. I'm so close. So as long as there's no guards down here, coming down here it won't be a bad idea. If there's guards down here, it's a bad idea.
What news?
William of Montferrat is dead, and with him his plans for betrayal.
You've done well keeping Akka from his hands.
But why now, when the Crusaders require unity most? Could have waited.
Waited for what? For Richard to return and discover his schemes? No. It was the perfect time for him to strike.
Strange. I was sure he meant to take Akka for Conrad, yet he claimed this was not his plan.
You cannot trust the words of a snake, which even in death produces venom.
I should discuss this with Al-Mualim.
Yes, my friend. Make haste for Masyaf. I am sure he is eager for news.
Alright.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent.
It's gonna have us stand up and then ask if we want to fast travel to Masyaf, and then I'm gonna say yes. And then I'm gonna let him do his whole chit-chat thing. We'll probably do the little tutorial for getting the new equipment.
Take your time. When moving slowly, you reduce your chances of attracting unwanted attention.
Yeah, but then I can't do 2 assassinations in one stream if I take my sweet time.
Come, Altair. I would have news of your progress.
I've done as you've asked.
Good, good. I sense your thoughts are elsewhere. Speak your mind.
Each man I'm sent to kill speaks cryptic words to me. Each time I come to you and ask for answers. Each time you give only riddles in exchange, but no more.
Who are you to say no more?
I'm the one who does the killing. If you want it to continue, you'll speak straight with me for once.
Tread carefully, boy. I do not like your tone.
And I do not like your deception.
I have offered you a chance to restore your lost honor.
Not lost. Taken. By you. And then you've sent me to fetch it again like some damn dog.
It seems I'll need to find another. A shame. You showed great potential.
I think if you had another, you'd have sent him long ago. You said the answer to my question would arise when I no longer needed to ask it. So I will not ask. I demand you tell me what binds these men.
What you say is true. These men are connected by a blood oath not unlike our own.
Who are they?
Non nobis, domine non nobis.
Templars.
Now you see the true reach of Robert de Sade.
All of these men, leaders of cities, commanders of armies.
All pledge allegiance to his cause.
Their works are not meant to be viewed on their own, are they? But as a whole,
What do they desire?
Conquest. They seek the Holy Land not in the name of God, but for themselves.
What of Richard? Salah ad-Din?
Any who oppose the Templars will be destroyed. Be assured they have the means to accomplish it.
Then they must be stopped.
That is why we do our work, Altair. To ensure a future free of such things.
Why did you hide the truth from me?
That you might pierce the veil yourself. Like any task, knowledge precedes action. Information learned is more valuable than information given. Besides, your recent behavior had not inspired much confidence.
I see.
Altair, your mission has not changed. Merely the context within which you perceive it.
And armed with this knowledge, I might better understand those Templars that remain.
Is there anything else you want to know?
What about the treasure Malik retrieved from Solomon's temple? Robert seemed desperate to have it back.
In time, Altair, all will become clear. Just as the role of the Templars has revealed itself to you, so too will the nature of their treasure. For now, take comfort in the fact that it is not in their hands, but ours.
If this is your desire.
It is. You are restored another rank. Take back your weapon. Use it to bring honor to the Brotherhood.
I think it's just
Altair,
more throwing knives.
Before you go...
Yes?
How did you know I wouldn't kill you?
Truth be told, Master, I didn't. I took a leap of faith.
Extra throwing knives. Sweet.
What's your reason for this nonsense?
Do not merely hold your blade, become one with it.
I'm not going to practice in the courtyard because I have no need to. I just have more throwing knives. I'm going to sprint. Here, we're going to fast travel to Jerusalem, the Bureau in Jerusalem. Let it save, and then...
Selecting the hidden blade during fight will allow you to quickly dispatch an enemy you've thrown to the ground.
It's one of the things I loved about Assassin's Creed 2. You could just fight people with your hidden blades. Wrong key. There we go. Alright, well, that's going to wrap up the stream for this evening. I should be live again on Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just like normal. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. If it's just me, I'm going to continue Assassin's Creed like this until completed, and I'll move on to something else. If I'm joined by anyone else, we may do something different. If I'm joined by Nathan, we may do